Hey there, this is Kristen Coaching. Thank you so much for joining me for this video today. And today I'm going to be talking about some of the warning signs that people and couples miss before they head down the road to divorce. Now, these warning signs that I'm about to give does not necessarily mean that you guys are doomed and you're going to be for sure heading down the road to divorce. But these are red flags, and these are things to look out for in your relationship, because I have so many clients come to me as a relationship coach saying, hey, my husband wants a divorce, my wife wants a divorce. I have no idea what happened. This came out of nowhere. And I'm here to tell you that it usually does not just come out of nowhere. In fact, 99.9% of the time, it doesn't come out of nowhere. And there are warning signs and things that happen in a relationship that are red flags that you guys are disconnecting and driving apart from one another. So here are some red flag warning signs that will help you hopefully analyze your relationship and be able to be like, okay, we have an issue, let's work on it. Okay, this is supposed to be a proactive, preemptive way of figuring out if your relationship has some warning signs or not. So the first warning sign that you could be headed down a path to divorce is that you guys are going out all the time without each other. So maybe your husband is going out and hanging out with friends after work, or you are having a lot of girls' nights out and you're not wanting your husband to come, or you're inviting your husband. But it's just excuses that maybe one or both of you make that result in you ultimately spending time apart from one another. And also, not missing each other much when you are going out without one another. So that's just something to pay attention to. And then the second warning sign and red flag is when you have a lack of communication in your relationship. So, instead of having kind of deep, intimate moments of connection between you two in a dialogue, it's what I like to call kind of surface level discussions, where you talk about just how your day was at work, or you talk about maybe this bothered me, but I'm okay. Just kind of things that are very surface level and doesn't get to like the deep underlying roots of how you feel, and also getting into these underlying roots of connection between you guys. So there's just an ultimate lack of communication. Also, sometimes ignoring each other and just not have much to say to each other when you are at home and where you're in the same space could be a sign that you're kind of going down a road to, divorce. So that's just, again, something to pay attention to. And another warning sign and red flag is when also not only are you going out with, other people besides your significant other, you're making excuses not to come home. So, for example, you want to work late, you want to kind of do that overtime shift. Your friend maybe needs some help, and you're with your friend, and you're like, oh no, I don't need to go home. You're more important. I'm hanging out with you. Or you develop a hobby and you're going out and you're doing your hobby, but anyways, the point is you're making excuses not to come home to your significant other, because ultimately either you or your significant other is finding a reason not to be there and not to come home. And that could be a red flag warning sign and something really important to pay attention to. And then the last thing, and probably the most important thing that I want you guys to take away from this, is a warning that you could be headed down a path to divorce is just not trusting your gut intuition. So many clients say, oh, I had a feeling something was wrong, but I ignored it and I didn't listen to it. And here we are, we're getting a divorce, we're separated. You have to listen to your gut intuition. And if something is telling you that something is off and not right, or something is different and it just doesn't feel the same or it doesn't feel normal, trust that. Go with that. Your gut intuition is so important to have. And often if you ignore that, you're just going to continue to go down this path of your relationship being not healthy and not productive and not finding ways to connect with one another, and ultimately resulting in a relationship that could be doomed. So it's extremely important to trust that gut and do something now and be proactive in terms of making your relationship better. And I have a lot of videos that will demonstrate how to do that, and I'll even have more videos that are coming out that'll help you build that connection between one another again. So thank you so much for listening to this video. Please feel free to comment below and subscribe to my YouTube page. And I'll see you next time.